Future Dr. Vegan here. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Today I'll be reviewing 10 natural and vegan deodorants just for you. Please let me start by describing the difference between an antiperspirant and a deodorant. An antiperspirant is a drug, yes, it's a drug classified by the FDA, applied to the underarms to literally clog and block the pores to prevent sweating. The chemicals involved in this process, such as aluminum, have been found to accumulate in brain tissue and also breast tissue. A lot of scientists believe there may be a link between antiperspirants and breast cancer. So deodorants, on the other hand, are natural neutralizer of the sweat underneath your arms. They work as an antiseptic to fight the bacteria. Once I learned this information, I quit Dove in secret cold turkey. I threw them all in the trash, and over the course of a year, I've accumulated 10 natural deodorants to review for you today. Let's go. So I want to start by reiterating that none of these deodorants today are going to be antiperspirants. So I see people asking all the time, which natural deodorant will stop me from sweating? None of them will. It's okay to sweat. It's natural. In my experience, it will not be a crazy amount. People are always asking, which natural deodorant is going to work for 24 hours? In my experience, none of them will. Do you really need a deodorant to work 24 hours? People kill me. Like, you're gonna shower once or twice in that period anyway. And what about your other parts? Are they gonna be fresh 24 hours? That's really the question I think of when people want 24-hour protection. Like, wash your ass. With that being said, let me share with you the criteria I use to rank these deodorants. I took into account overall smell, how long it lasts, the product packaging, the application process, and if it works with or without underarm hair. Yes, I said underarm hair. So don't go crazy in the comments, but I shave when I feel like it, and I can make a whole nother video of how society has brainwashed women that what happens naturally with their bodies is gross. But like I said, that's a whole nother video. I will be ranking these from worst to best. So drum roll. Number 10 is Tom's Wild Lavender. I hated this so much that I threw it away, so I don't even have it here to show you, but I will insert a picture. I found the application process very wet and sticky. The scent was a little off-putting, very strong. I just really did not enjoy it, but I put up with it because I thought that was a natural deodorant life. It was the first natural deodorant I tried, and I was just really trying to get away from the aluminum, so I dealt with it. Sorry, Toms, I love your toothpaste though. So number 9 is from Luxe. It is called Aromaco. It is this block right here. Although I love Luxe products, I do not love this. The application process is terrible. I even watched a video on how to apply it, and they said apply it like this to clean and dry armpits. Didn't work for me. I felt like I barely got any product under my arms. This block is very hard. My skin is not very sensitive, but this was still too rough for my skin during the application process. The smell is also very, very overpowering and strong. Again, I knew that going in, but I figured that was a natural deodorant life, and I was taking one for the team, you know, my team, to better my health. So out of 10, I don't know, this will probably get a 2 just because of the ingredients, but it smells very, very masculine, and I hate to feed into that binary, but yeah, I would not recommend this. So number 8 is the oil that can heal the world, coconut oil. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube just use this under their arm as deodorant, and I was like, I don't want my clothes to be very oily. As you can see, I like to wear like chiffon, so it took me forever to try it, but eventually I did. I just opened it up. I'm sure you know what coconut oil looks like, but I'm gonna show you anyway. I just got 2 clean cotton balls, dipped it in, completely saturated my underarm, and dipped the other one in, did the other underarm. This actually isn't that bad. As you see, it beats Luxe and Tom's. My thing is, it will bleed into your clothes. That's one thing to take into consideration. And also, the only ingredient is coconut oil. I see people on YouTube that mix it with essential oils. That's probably a better idea. But for me, it worked most of the day. And once I was able to smell my sweat a little bit, it didn't actually smell bad. It just kind of smelled like sour coconut oil, which I guess is bad. But I've been really funky before, guys, and this kept me from getting really funky. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this like a 7 because it's so natural, but it does not get an 8, 9, or 10 because it actually does not fight bacteria all day. You probably need a reapplication, but I never believed in that. I never believed in reapplying deodorant over bacteria that's already formed under your arms. So that's that. Number 7 is from a Black-owned company. If that's important to you, you might want to check this out. It's called Nubian Heritage. This is the coconut and papaya flavor. It does say 24 hours, which is false. Like I said, in my experience, no natural deodorant lasts 24 hours, nor should it. So I love this one. This is the first one I bought from the company. I'm going to be reviewing 2 more from that company. As you can see, it's almost gone, but the one thing I immediately loved about this was that it was not as wet as Tom's. So this is still a little bit more moist than Secret or Dove, which can be a little bit off-putting, but having tried Tom's first, I had no problem with it. The smell just radiates once you begin to sweat. I really, really enjoyed this. Of course, it did not last 24 hours, like I said. At the end of the day, you're probably gonna be smelling like a teenage boy. You know, not a grown man, but probably a teenage boy, and you'll need a shower, which I think is perfectly normal. You know, you should shower after a long day. Like, who wants to get into their bed sheets with all day on them? Scale of 1 to 10, this gets like an 8, I think. This is really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Just a little too wet, maybe. Now that I've tried better, just a little too wet. Okay, next on the list is this vegan deodorant from Sephora. I believe the brand is Tarte. It's right here. This packaging is a little teenage girly to me, and that's exactly what it smells like to me too. It smells like a teenage girl. So I will not be buying this again, even though it works. I like the fact that it's dry. This was the first natural deodorant besides that block of cheese basically from Luxe that was dry. That reminded me of like Secret or Dove. So I really enjoy this, just not the overall scent. I think this is probably for like the adolescent crowd, but it works. I have it on today actually. All right, next up is Lavanilla. I actually have 2 from them. This one is the Sport, and this one is one of the regular ones. They have tons of scent. This one I rank a little bit lower. The smell of the Sport is not my favorite, but it does smell fresh, kind of like a laundry detergent. It was very shiny, which was weird because it's dry, but it had a very shiny finish. But now it's pretty dull the way that I like it, because it reminds me of like the powder deodorants. Do you know what I mean? Like Secret Powder Fresh is what I'm thinking. I love this. All natural ingredients, of course. The one I rank a little bit higher, Vanilla Passion Fruit. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. Take us to work with me. So if I work out on my lunch break and go to the gym, I have it there, but only after I cleanse my underarms with the aloe vera and like lavender towels they provide us. I love this is dry. This is what I was used to growing up. The scent is very good. Again, these do not last 24 hours. Get your funky ass in the shower at the end of the night, guys. Okay? Next up is this one by Sedge and B. I got it from the company called Biologics. This is close to one of my favorites, but I have to say I got it in the summer, and I was never able to apply it like a roll-on deodorant. as you can see, it like melted, and once I took the protective cap off, part of the deodorant is in the cap. So if I were to rub this under my arm like this, it would just be like globs and gooks under my arm. So I've always had to apply it like a cream, which I've kind of don't like. And this is a very thick formula. You know, it has coconut oil, and it's a little bit hard to rinse off your hands in the morning. So in the morning when I use it, when I'm doing my face routine. So that's one thing I don't like. I reached out to the company about it melting, and they basically said if it was a chemical issue, every product they had in stock is from the same batch, so the rest would be melted as well. So my advice is to buy this in the winter. Find a place that sells it in person. I think this is great. The smell is probably one of the best. It's not overpowering. I have to add though that I had one bad experience with this deodorant. I made the mistake of shaving, and then for some reason I dipped my fingers into here and put on the most I've ever put on in one day. I don't know why. I think I was doing it before bed, and I just wanted to make sure it smelled good throughout the next day. But I got a glob of it, and I applied it, and a couple of days later, I realized that my underarms were peeling. It's kind of like I got a chemical burn and then they were peeling. I was very, very shocked because I've heard of bad experiences with natural deodorant due to the baking soda or like one of the other ingredients, but I've never experienced that. That's why I don't think I have sensitive skin. But I think the fact that I shaved and then immediately applied more product than I've ever applied under my arms is what made me have a bad reaction. So I think that was my fault, and that's why this is still number 8 out of 10. So that's that. And you know what I did? I used coconut oil every single day until my armpits felt better. So even though coconut oil is towards the bottom of my list, it has its uses. You know what I mean? We pour it on the earth, and you know, racism and the wealth disparities and homelessness and world hunger will be cured because it's coconut oil, you know. Number 9 and number 10 are again from the Nubian Heritage, the Black-owned brand. If you're interested in supporting small businesses, wait, I take that back. They have sold a portion of their shares to Sundial, so they're no longer a small business, but you know what I mean. These two were dope. This is the best. This is number 1. Ooh, crap, I've been doing it out of order. Anyway, just watch it in order. You know, number 1's the last one I show. This is number 1. This is number 2. So they both look about the same. If you remember the coconut papaya one I showed you from this brand, I don't know if you can see if it translates well on film, but it was still very shiny, and I was like, okay, better than Tom's. These ones are not shiny at all. And they still aren't completely dry like a Secret or a Dove, but it's a very, very good compromise, and they smell amazing. This one is a little bit more androgynous, I would say, are like unisexual scents. It takes a while to smell this one. You have to sweat for a good while before the scent of this one comes out, but it is really good. And then this one is just bomb. Like, I smell it all day, every day when I wear it. And I think they have a soap and a body wash and a lotion, and I'm considering getting those, but I don't want to be a product junkie because I have too much stuff right now. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you ever want to know what video is coming out next, just check the About section on my homepage. I believe the next video will be either a vegan 4-week update or how I'm setting for the MCAT. All right, see you next time, guys.